Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Very sad news for us. Ronnie Sparks, a much respected colleague of ours, passed away over the weekend. A man who worked with him is an old boss of ours, a man we respect enormously. His name is Charlie Fox. And Charlie and Ronnie's careers both took off in the 70s at the mighty 2SM.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie Fox, hello.
Here he is.
Good morning, you two.
Good morning. What sad time to be talking to you. You worked with Ronnie from the very beginning right through to just a couple of years ago. How are you feeling?
Look, even though I knew he's been battling cancer for quite a long time, he was battling it when he was at WSFM, but he's a very private man, so he never told anybody. I didn't know until we both left radio, and that's when we sort of started to become friends, and he told me then. So it's been quite a long, tough battle, and to be honest, he was in quite a bad way at the end, and it was one of those scenarios where it was probably best that he did pass, to be honest.
Yeah. One of the things I remember most about Ronnie, and I just admired him so much for this, is the way he rode the whims of commercial radio. He had been a mega star for many, many years. And when at WS, he was a day announcer, and he put everything into every bit of work he did. And he said to someone one day, I back announce Backman Turner Overdrive every day, and every day I make it fresh and I do my best. And when I first started working with him, I took that on board because consistency and passion, doesn't matter what role you're playing, was so admirable. I just admired him so much.
Yes, he was literally the only guy I know that really understood radio well. He was inspired by the Americans, but he took it to new levels, and that's a perfect example of what he was like. If you go back through the history books, I joined 2SM in 1972 to work in the commercial department. Ronnie was the drive jock, long hair, Monaro with extra wide wheels. He was super cool. He was number one in Sydney back then, and he has basically had more number one surveys than any music announcer in Australia.
Wow.
Yeah. And he did. He certainly brought a vibe, didn't he, Ronnie? Whenever he was on air, you just listened to him, and he brought that vibe.
Yes, because he cared about it. He went through each single break he was about to do, and he would absolutely detest announcers that just came on and waffled. Quite often he would say to them, they'd come on and talk for 3 minutes about nothing. He'd go, do you really think people want to hear you for 3 minutes, or do they really want to hear their favourite song? Think about it. And it was a very, very good point.
How dare you?
How dare you?
We waffle on. That's our job now, Charlie, as you know.
It's all about content now. And that was the thing with Sparks. Off air, we talk about stuff.
And he was the funniest guy.
And I used to say, you should be on Talkback Radio, just letting fly. And he used to say to me, it's not in me, that era of radio. And that was back in the day when you first started in radio. The big thing was just having all your stuff together. You had to play your records. You had to play your tapes. You had to do all that stuff.
Bring the vibe.
There was a million things you had to do. These days, you've got a computer that just pretty much runs and can do its own thing. But for Ronnie, he was the maestro at that sort of stuff.
He was a media freak, and he had some fantastic events in his life. Like back at 2SM, he swapped with a station in San Francisco called KFRC. We got their guy who was called Marvelous Mark, and Ronnie went over, and I know, right? And he went over and worked in San Francisco, and that was one of the times where he was the first person in America to play AC/DC,
Wow.
Which was revolutionary. The first person in America that, to actually hear it was on Ronnie's show in San Francisco.
Wow.
And he, interviewed famous people like Muhammad Ali and just, an incredible career. David Bowie hung up on him, which I've never heard of before.
What for?
He did tell me the story, but I've forgotten it. I don't know what he did to offend Bowie. But, he was probably talking too long, like, you're talking too long, that's enough.
Wrap it up, Bowie. But also Michael Jackson. He was hanging out with little Michael Jackson.
And he reported from Elvis's funeral. I mean, he's like Highlander.
Yes. That's exactly, yes, that's right. But my favourite Ronnie story just shows you how much he loved radio. He, in a gap between radio stations, he decided he really liked McDonald's corporate structure. So he decided he'd go and do the McDonald's University course, which he did. And they were so impressed with him, they offered him the Bondi Beach McDonald's, which, treasure trove.
Yeah.
And he didn't
right
take
about
them
that
up?
time, right about that time, he got an offer from another radio station. He went, "Look, thanks, guys, but I'm going to stick to radio," and turned it down.
Yeah.
I know.
We could learn, and he was
But,
great when I came over here from Triple M all those years ago, and this place was a lot different back then. Ronnie was like my biggest campaigner. He'd always be talking to management and saying, give this kid a go, give him a break when they wanted to run me out of town and the listeners wanted to run me out of town. It was always Ronnie Sparks and would say, don't listen to them. We're trying to change the station. We're trying to get WS into a different sort of thing.
Yeah, what a guy.
And what a guy.
He was a big supporter of you, Jonesy, except when you used to run too late and go over the news time.
Yeah,
He'd
didn't
get
like
angry.
that. Didn't like that.
Well,
Which is what we're doing right now.
Which we're doing now for Sparksy.
We're
We're doing it now for you, Ronnie. I'm running late. Well, Charlie.
It's a little tribute.
Mate, it's always great to talk to you. Let's catch up for a beer, eh?
Love it.
Yeah, okay, cool. Good to talk to you guys. Thank
All right,
you.
Charlie.
Thanks, Charlie.
Take it easy.